You're not weird for not wanting to be normal, okay? You're not weird for wanting to wake up, get in your car, go to a job for 8 to 9 hours a day, be in a fluorescent lit building every single day, being told what to do by somebody you don't even like, being around coworkers you absolutely hate because you guys are not the same people with the same mindset. You are not weird for not wanting that. I think it's weird if you do want that. I think it's weird if you want to do something extraordinarily man-made, fake, performative. That's weird. Why do you want to be in a building all day or work at a desk all day, have absolutely no freedom? You can't do what you love. You don't even know what you love because you are so brainwashed and you are so time consumed by fake paper, by an hourly wage or a salary. That doesn't make sense. You're not weird for not wanting that, you know? I've worked many jobs in my life. I've worked many jobs. And my most recent job that I quit a while ago, I was there for 2 years. It was a car dealership. And trust me, when I say this, there is nobody on this earth who hated working a job more than me. I dealt with it because I had bills, but it was getting to a point where I was willing to give everything up just to have my freedom, just to be outside for an extra couple hours a day, getting some sunlight and feeling like an actual free human being, like an actual free spiritual being in which we are. I could not stand somebody telling me when I could go eat, what I should be doing, how I should be talking to people. That's not normal. And I worked at a luxury car dealership, so I had to put on a fake persona every time I talked to somebody and make them feel like they were above me and I was below them. There are so many times where I would talk to my friends about this, and my friends are kind of on the same path in a way. There are so many times where I would talk to my friends, my family, anybody around me, and explain to them, like, guys, I don't know how people do this. Like, I really don't. I would talk to my dad about this, and I would be like, I don't know how people do this. And my dad would always just say, like, pretend you are a waiter at a restaurant, but you're in med school, and it's just a temporary job. Like, something like that, like an analogy. And I could not stand the analogy just because I'm not a waiter and I'm not going to med school. I'm not following that path. I'm not going to college. I'm not doing the man-made path. I need to have my freedom. It's so important to me to have my freedom. The number one thing that matters to me is obviously like health for my family and the people around me, my health, but my freedom. Being able to wake up whenever I want, being able to go do whatever I want, not having to abide by man-made rules for fake things such as money. Money's not real, it's man-made, it's a fake thing. Paper, it's fake. Nowadays, it's not even paper at this point. It's just all digital. It's all digits on the screen, it's pixels, okay? It's fake. And in a way, it's complete modern slavery. If you really think about it, it's complete modern slavery. You are being told what to do every single day, and you have to act a certain way. You have to be so fake every single day. And you are so conditioned to do that it becomes the normal. When in reality, it is so not the norm. It goes against all of your natural senses. And let me explain this. Naturally, we would wake up, we would get sunlight in our eyes, we would maybe go hunt, we would be around a community all day, okay? We wouldn't wake up, hop in a man-made car, drive through a city, have to deal with rush hour traffic, people rushing to go do the same thing, be in a rat race. That's completely unnatural, and there's a reason why you're so stressed and you have to be on selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors all day, SSRIs, Lexapro, etc. I was on that stuff, and it's horrible. It makes you worse. If anything, I feel like it's designed to make you worse and make you more depressed, because that's exactly what it does to a lot of people. That is the reason why you're so stressed, because you're going against all of your senses. You're going against everything that has been biologically encoded in us. You're going against all of that. And I don't want you to think that you're weird for thinking otherwise, because you're not at all. Now, some of you guys may think I'm a little crazy when I say what I'm about to say, but I think that I would rather go be dropped off on a random island with absolutely nothing and figure out a way to survive than work a 9-to-5 office job for the rest of my life and be completely fake and completely unhealthy. Because, you know, if I'm on an island, at least I'm putting my natural senses to work. I'm putting my instincts to work. I might start mogging because I'm going to get a tan, you know? But if I'm out here in a random city, working a 9-to-5 job for a minimum wage, getting fluorescent lighting in my face every single day, turning pale, getting fat, eating seed oils, who do you think is going to be more depressed? The person outside getting vitamin D, figuring out a way to survive, using every single body part they have, using all of the parts of their brain, doing something that's actually completely natural, or somebody who's doing something completely unnatural in a man-made setting, going against all of their senses, and who's on selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, who's on antidepressants and ADHD meds and all of these things. Who do you think is going to be a little bit more depressed? In my opinion, I feel like it's going to be the 9-to-5 office job worker. And you know what I find really scary about this? A lot of people, like, they strive to get to that point in life of getting a job, getting a nice degree, etc. They strive for that. They're like, oh, I can't wait to go get this job and slave away 40 years of my life and then retire when I'm 60. Excuse me, what? Or retire when you're 60 or 65, whatever it is, and then pull out your 401k? Are you serious? That's not normal. That's completely man-made, and that's pure stress. That's not normal. But that's what's been taught. That's what's been pushed on us as humans, to go do this and do that, so we can go work for the billionaires, and so we can go become slaves and be controlled easily and manipulated easily. Feed us trash food so we can be manipulated. Rush hour traffic so we can be stressed when we get home and just be mad and angry and low vibrational all day long. Go look at somebody who lives in a tribe, like out in the Amazon or something. Clear skin, no acne. They're happy. They only have a couple things, but they're happy. I mean, like, come on, man. And it's kind of funny, and I'm thinking about this. When I was a little bit younger, or honestly a lot younger, when I was like even preteen, I used to think about like how fun it would be to have a zombie apocalypse happen, because I would get to actually like put my survival instincts to work. I would actually get to like do things, maybe like raid some stores, or, you know, not have to be told what to do. It's just me and my survival. That's it. I used to think that was so cool and it was so fun, and I would like low-key wish that would happen. And it's kind of crazy to think about that now, because like it's not so crazy that I was craving a life of freedom and a life of survival rather than being stuck and doing something so man-made, you know? Like I remember when I was younger and I was looking to go get jobs, and like walking into like the job interview and like shaking the person's hand and putting on this fake persona. I used to almost like laugh. Like I would sometimes almost like giggle, because I thought it was like so fake and so funny to me that like I have to like talk this way to this certain person who's also working a very like man-made job and like very man-made career, and I would have to talk and be like so respectful. And I'm not saying like respect is bad in any sense, absolutely not, but like a fake type of respectfulness, because I used to think they were like above me almost, and like they would look down on me because I'm trying to work for like a smaller man-made percentage of what they would make. You know, it didn't make a lot of sense, and it would almost make me laugh. It would almost make me literally giggle in front of their face and be like, you realize how unimportant this interview really is? Like, you really realize how like dumb this really is? It's just crazy. And I remember this girl I used to talk to, and my current girlfriend right now, Christy, I'm sorry if you're hearing this, I love you. But this girl that I used to talk to when I was 18, she was very, very big into college. Like, she was very, very big into like get into like a Ivy League university and get like a very like high, good paying job. And I remember like we were talking about it. I was like, that is like the opposite of what I'm trying to do right now. The opposite. I dropped out of college literally at that point in time. I was like, I'm dropping out of college. This is not something I'd ever want to do. And she was over here striving to go to like an Ivy League college and do all these things. And I was just like, in my head, I was just like, I cannot be with a person like this. We do not share the same values. We do not look at life the same at all, like, whatsoever. And my current girlfriend, she looks at life the exact same way as me. So we work together super well, fortunately. But I remember like this old girl that I used to like be with, she would almost like look at me in a way like, are you serious? Like, you're just gonna be a failure? You're just gonna fade away and work a normal job? And I'm like, no, my dream job is to not work a job. I don't want to do that. You know, that's not me. And people look at you weird for that, especially older people, because that's what they did their entire life. And when I was working at my previous job, my dealership, I would explain kind of like the same thing I'm explaining now in a little bit of like a less aggressive sense, I guess I would say. I'd be like, yeah, like, you know, my goal here after this is kind of to go and do my own thing, and I want to go venture off and kind of have like some freedom. And they're kind of like, what job are you gonna go work now? What are you gonna go do? Are you gonna go back to school? It's like their mind automatically just thinks to like the man-made system, and they don't think like, oh, you're gonna go like just do your own thing, like that's so cool, you know? They're like, what are you gonna go do now? But they're like, why don't you just stay here? Oh my God, so many times they would say, they're like, why don't you just stay here? Just become this and this and that, and just work your way up the career ladder, the corporate ladder, and then you can eventually like retire like pretty good with a 401k. Just thinking to myself, what the hell are you talking about right now? When I left that job, I instantly took out my 401k. I didn't care about the tax. I had to change the light to red. It just looks a lot better. But I want you guys to know that you are absolutely in the right for thinking this way if you do think this way. And you're absolutely in the right for not wanting to follow the man-made path and the path that everybody follows. Because at the end of the day, you guys, you are not the same as these people. Okay, they may expect something from you that you do not want to do, and that's totally okay. And I don't want you to look down on yourself in any way. And if anything, I want you to take that fire and that ambition in that, that weird side of you that's not weird at all. I think it's weird to be like those people. But take that side of you and really put it to use. Take advantage of it, because that side of you is going to get you an amazing life. It's going to make you follow the things that you want to go do, and then money will follow you. I promise you, if you do the things that you love to do, money will ultimately have to follow you. It's just the law of the universe. And then also another thing is, it's going to feel lonely. It's going to feel really lonely. And trust me, I understand how this feels, and I still kind of feel this way. You are striving for something so different, and you feel that everybody is kind of looking at you a little bit weird. And you get this really like lonesome feeling, like this really like why am I like this? Like, I know I'm different. I know it's not really wrong that I'm different, because I'm striving for things that these people aren't. But like, it feels so lonely because nobody else wants to do it, because it's super rare to find people who want to live the same, or have the same outcome as you, or follow the same path as you, because it's very, very rare, because everybody does the same thing around you. Everybody does the same thing. So it's gonna feel lonely, and it's gonna feel lonely until you find the people around you that are very similar to you, and then you finally, like a similar crowd or similar friends. But up until that point, it's probably going to just be a little bit rough and uncomfortable, and you're gonna have to just stick through it up until you make it, pretty much. The biggest risk that you can take is following the path that other people want for you. Following that normal life, that retire at 65 type of path. It's the biggest risk you can ever take in your life, because you're going to be so unhappy halfway through, a third of the way through, a quarter of the way through, and you're gonna become so stressed, and your physical look is gonna just deteriorate, your internal health is gonna deteriorate. That's the biggest risk you can ever take in your life. I promise you that. The best risk you could ever take is taking that risk to not live that type of life. Because then ultimately, you may fail 100%, you may fail, but you know that you're going to make it, and you know that you're going to have a better life towards the end. You're gonna see the light of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel, I should say. And the last thing you're gonna wanna ever do is be sitting on your deathbed, wishing that you took that risk when you were younger, instead of just following the normal path, okay? And that is probably why you're on my channel, why you're wanting to do the things that I do. And I understand that completely. If there's anything I want to do in life, it's to teach other people how to just not live the normal life. Live the life that you are destined to live. Live the life that you deserve. Believe it or not, that you deserve. That is the only reason I started to day trade, is because I did not want to do the normal things. And I started day trading when I was working a job, because how much I freaking hated that job. And people would always tell me, it's a good job. It's a nice, good job, you work in a nice luxury car dealership. You get to be around, relatively wealthy people all day. I didn't care, because I didn't have freedom. I couldn't go out to the beach if I wanted to at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I couldn't do that. I couldn't go out to eat whenever I wanted to. I could be starving for 6 hours and I couldn't eat because it wasn't my lunchtime. Or not my lunchtime, or whatever. I just wanted to eat. I couldn't do that because it wasn't time, because my manager said it wasn't time. And the crazy thing is, you'll get yelled at and you'll be punished for not doing the things that you really shouldn't be doing. So everything is so backwards. Everything is so twisted. Like, I just find it absolutely insane that people look at other people that are have the same mental space and the same outlook of life, and they look at you like you're weird, that you can't go do this in the middle of the day because you have to go to work. They're like, well, you have to work. That's just normal. You have to go do that thing. But why? It's a man-made thing. I don't want to do it. It goes against my senses. It's not comfortable. It's stressful. Bro, my back would go out so many times just showing up to work. Subconsciously, I was so stressed that my lower back would literally have to go out, or it literally would just go out. Remember, if I go to the gym after work and I lift not too heavy, but a little bit heavy, I'm cooked. I'm definitely gonna pull a muscle or something, because I had so much internal stress that was just resting my muscles because of how much I hated going to work. Even though it wasn't a bad job and I technically had a lot of free time at that job, meaning I wasn't put to work every single second, I was still stuck somewhere, wasting my years away, my precious years. Okay, you have to realize you guys are spiritual beings, and you are only here for X amount of time. You don't know how long you're gonna be here for. You could die tomorrow, and the best thing you did was go show up at a job and listen to a manager all day. That's not okay. That pisses me off so much right now. It's getting me fired up, because that's not the way you're supposed to be living whatsoever. Life is so precious. You should take every single day and take every single moment with so much gratitude, because it can be taken away like this in a matter of a second. And you don't want to spend your days wasting your life at a job that does not care about you, people that do not care about you. Everything is performative. Everybody there is negative. Everybody there does bad consumerism things. You do not want to surround yourself in such a low vibrational area. And I think that's what really pissed me off, because I would literally think my parents are getting older, life is flying by me, Years are going by, and what do I have to show? I showed up at a job every single day and saved a little bit of money every single month that people make in their sleep, okay? Knowing that I couldn't just hop in my car and just go out and do what I wanted to do, or, you know, if my friends invited me somewhere or during the day and it was a beautiful day outside, and I remember this, like there would be some days that are just so beautiful, clear blue skies, sunny, nice and hot. I had no wind, the beaches, the ocean's calm, and I was stuck inside of a building all day, and I can't go experience the joy of life, the beautifulness of nature. I couldn't go do anything because I had to be somewhere for money that didn't even matter. Such small amounts of money, such man-made concepts. Like, that whole thing would just drive me insane. You guys don't understand. It would literally drive me insane. And I was reaching a point of insanity. I had to get on SSRIs. I had to get on like Lexapro. I was reaching a point of literal like crash out. I was becoming a crash out. I'm telling you, I would put my hands on the desk and I would jump up and be like I would just look around and be like, this is not real. There's no way I'm just sitting here wasting my life away. Literally wasting time doing nothing. Every single day I would watch these people come to work and do the same exact thing for 2 years straight. They would literally have a script. I would know what these people would say before they even said it. Like my coworkers, I would know exactly what they would say before they even said it, because I've been around them so much and they are just so accustomed to this script of life. This script of this man-made job. It did not make any sense to me, and I'm telling you, I was crashing out, and I didn't have much time in me before I crashed out. And fortunately, trading started to take off around that point where I was losing my mind. You know, I was doing well in trading. I was making, you know, good money every single month, like over 5 figures from trading, and I was like, this is it. Like I'm done. Like, I don't have to be here anymore. Like, technically, I don't have to be here anymore. I'm done. You know, fuck the security, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that anymore. So I went into my manager's office. I went, hey, not gonna say the name. Do you have a minute? I want to talk real quick. He's like, yeah, what's going on? I was like, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks. And the reason I put in my 2 weeks and I didn't just quit on the spot is because you have to show some sense of gratitude no matter what life is giving you or what type of situation you're in. I was beyond grateful for the opportunity to even work there and to have the money to fund trading, right? So I was like, hey, I want to put in my 2 weeks. They knew I was day trading because like I had a laptop in front of me and they would always walk by and see like the charts and stuff. That's where I was like studying my ass off for 2 years in that building. So I was like, I'm gonna pursue this full time. And this, after, you know, the 2 weeks, I gave him the date. I was like, this will be my last day working here. Bro, I can't explain that feeling to you, what I felt in that moment. It's like I had 300-pound dumbbells sitting on my shoulder and they just fell off. It's like, whoa, you're saying in 2 weeks from now, I can wake up pretty much whenever I want, kind of do whatever I want. You know, I gotta still trade and do that stuff, but that's fine. That takes no time out of the day. You're telling me I could wake up, I could hop in my car, I can go do this and this and that. I was like, what? You know, because like for 5 years, I've just been working like a job. Like I've just been straight working every single day and I didn't have that freedom. So I was kind of just like, hold on, let me sit back and like, let me like actually analyze this, because like, this is awesome. This is insane. Like, what am I gonna do with my time now? And now that I've been unemployed for a good amount of time, let me tell you, being unemployed and bored is so much better than working and doing something you absolutely hate, okay? I would take this freedom over anything. Over $100,000 a year job, I would take this freedom if I had no income. This freedom means literally everything to me, and it should be for you, because you have one life. You have one opportunity, guys, literally one opportunity to make things good in your life. Don't waste it, don't fuck it up, okay? Don't settle, number one, because you don't realize your potential. You don't realize your potential right now, but it is unlimited. Go reach for the skies, because that's exactly what you can get. Anyways, little dump. I wanted to kind of just get this off my mind, and I wanted to just pretty much tell you guys, like, everything's gonna be okay. You're not weird. If anything, you're normal if you think the way that I think, and that since you think the way that I think, you're going to achieve the things that you want, because you're not gonna put up with shit. When I put in my 2 weeks, I said, F it, today's the day. And prior to that, for like 8 months, like prior to when I put in my 2 weeks, every single day I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Today's the day. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks. I can't take this anymore. I know I can't take this anymore. Let me just go do it. I never did it. I never did it up until I reached a point where it was like, okay, you know, I can actually leave now. And I am this close to crashing out and doing God knows what. Doing God knows what. I was on medication, okay, for a reason, to maintain my sanity before I go do something very bad to myself, if you get what I'm saying. Very, very depressive times working a job, even though it wasn't a bad job, just very, very depressive times working a job. So pretty much want to come on here to say, like, you guys got this. Don't worry. You're not weird. Everything's going to be okay. Grind your butt off for right now and let me help you if you need help. I'm always here for you. I have a Discord community, and this is not some promotion, but I have a community where you guys can learn what I do now. I'm a day trader. You guys can learn through all my lectures. Take your time, do whatever you need to do, but just know that this skill can literally change your life like it did for mine. And you're hearing it. You're hearing the story from when I worked the job. You're hearing from when I was miserable, and I'm sure you guys are in the same spot right now. You guys are miserable, not even just because you have no money in the bank account, just because you have a lack of freedom. I understand that completely. I promise you, you can change. You can definitely change things if you want to change. All right. So I'll catch you guys later. That was it for this video. Little dump, but peace out.